All right, for today's video, I thought we'd take a look at some gas shotguns. Well, it's a lot of versions of pretty much the same model. The ones that we're talking about today are made by Golden Eagle. This is the GR8870, and as you can see, no progress without compromise. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it sounds awfully frickin' profound. Here at the arena, we've seen a lot of gas shotguns proliferating lately, the most popular probably being the Jag Arms shotgun. The Golden Eagle is almost identical. In fact, I would say it's absolutely identical to the Jag Arms, down to the inner workings of them. I believe they're 100% intercompatible. In fact, I would even venture a guess that they probably come out of the same factory. The GR8870 is a version of the Remington 870 shotgun. This is sort of a tactical home defense kind of build with the length of the barrel. For playing CQB, it may be a little bit long for some people, but I don't think that it's a major encumbrance to get around in tight quarters with it. Some of the really nice features of this are, first of all, it has a very large gas reservoir or gas magazine, whichever you want to call it, which is in the buttstock. To remove it, there are little clips inside of the butt pad, so you just simply have to squeeze it around the middle of it. There's two little clips in there that you have to squeeze together in order to remove the butt pad. It's a little awkward the first time you try it, but once you've done it once or twice, it's pretty easy to figure out. The gas chamber has a standard orifice for using regular green gas or red gas, whichever kind of gas that you're using. It's a large enough of a reservoir that you're not going to be running out of gas in the middle of a game, so you should be able to have plenty of gas, to go through probably, half a dozen shell reloads without having to recharge your gas. It just simply fits into the buttstock and clips into place. To remove it, there's a little switch on the top. You just press that. That releases the gas chamber, and that comes out. Very easy to remove. My one complaint is that it would have been nice to put the fill valve on the back side of it, and that way you wouldn't have to remove the gas magazine in order to refill it. But obviously I don't build these things, so nobody asked me. So put your reservoir in there, clip your butt pad back on. I would recommend, if you're playing out in the woods, put some tape around your butt pad, because if these get hung up on something, they can get popped off pretty easily. So we do sell replacements for these if you do lose your butt pad, but why spend the extra money if you don't have to? On the top of the receiver, it's got a Picatinny rail with a ghost ring rear and a blade front sight with a single dot on it. Very easy to pick up your targets with this sighting system, and you can add like a holographic sight or something like that. I wouldn't bother putting telescopic sights on a shotgun. It can't shoot slugs, so you're only shooting shot. And speaking of that, you have a choice of either 3 rounds or 6 rounds each time you shoot it. In order to adjust it, you just simply pull the slide back, and that gives you access to the mechanism that changes from 3 to 6 shots. So each time you shoot it, it's either going to shoot 3 bullets or 6 bullets out of it. It uses the standard shotgun shell style magazines. The most popular of these hold 30 rounds, so if you're shooting the 3-shot burst, you'll get 10 shots. If you're shooting 6, you'll get 5 shots. To load the shell in, you just simply press the little button on the bottom, drop your shell in, close the door, and then you're ready to go. You'll get either, 5 or 10 shots, depending on what you have the gun set on. Very resilient. We've seen guys using these. We've seen a couple of guys that have had these for a number of years, and the guns are still kicking. There are a couple of things with gas guns in general that are, prone to leaks, so it's always good to keep the gun lubed up with plenty of silicone oil. Make sure you're using green gas, and if you're not using green gas, make sure you're adding silicone oil to your propane to keep the gun from running dry, because that'll cause it to start leaking. The gun comes with 3 of the 30-round shells, and it also comes with a speed loader. Not a lot of other accoutrements with it. They do give you a little bag of BBs, which I guess everybody does that. As far as this particular brand goes, the BBs that they include are worth using, so you don't have to just throw those out. The gun is available in either black or the desert tan version, depending on what style you like. We've had a couple of guys that work here that use them on a regular basis, and we've done some mods to them. One of the first ones we worked on was for Joel, who is our head referee here. We decided to cut the barrel down, and then we just remilled the top of the barrel so that we could put the front sight back on, and we added a shell carrier on the side of it. This works with a standard Remington 870 shotgun. This is one that's actually designed for a real shotgun, not an airsoft gun. So I wouldn't recommend trying to fill all of the slots because airsoft shotgun shells are a little bit fatter than standard 12 gauge shotgun shells. So it's a little hard to get them in and out of there. And if you're putting all of the rounds in there, it kind of binds it up. This is a perfect gun for getting around in close quarters. And one thing I have to say about Golden Eagle and the company that distributes them, that we get them from, is that the replacement parts on these guns are readily available. So if you're kind of rough on your gun and it needs some kind of maintenance on it, we do full maintenance on these guns on a regular basis. The other gun we worked on was for Alex, our cameraman. What's up, Alex? So Alex is a anime aficionado. What is it?
Not. I like one.
You like one anime?
One anime.
Well, that means you're a nerd. So
I am.
What does this mean here?
Fujiwara Tofu Shop.
So it's advertisement for some tofu shop about, what is this, about food or something?
About cars.
About cars. So tofu and cars.
Drifting down the Tugay as fast as I can go.
What the hell does tofu have to do with cars? All right, never mind. Anyway, same basic concept, minus, of course, the shell carrier. I have not done a huge amount of work with these guns versus like Remington 870s, but I can at least say that the pins in the receiver that hold the trigger group in are in exactly the same spacing as a regular Remington 870. So any kind of shell carriers or rail systems that fit on that work with these pins will work with this gun. One thing that we're probably going to do in the near future, another one of our guys that works here wants to try doing different, stocks on the gun. So we'll try doing some mods on that as we go. But as you can see, these are very easy to work on, easy to mod out, make it into something a little bit more high speed, low drag. And we have them in stock on a regular basis. So if this is something that you think you might be interested in, come on down, try them out. We've got them up on the wall. You can take them out, take a few shots, and see if you like it. And that's pretty much it. So until the next time, don't let the bastards get you down.